Let's go to our Friday political panel. Paul Goldsmith, National Minister, with us this morning. Good morning, Paul.
Morning. How are you?
Good to see you. Very well, thank you. Willie Jackson, Labour MP, is with us in Wellington. Willie, Morena, good morning.
Kia ora, morena.
Now, is it all right that we're using Te Reo here, Goldie? Or...
It's fine. Look, it's been another bad week for Willie and Labour, and so we'll see how they go this morning.
All right, now let's put the boot in. So I'm talking here about the bill to make English an official language of New Zealand. I actually thought it was. I thought it was English, Sign Language and Te Reo Māori, but apparently English is not. So are you really passionate about this, Paul?
Oh, well, look, actually the bill's in my name, but it's a New Zealand First Coalition agreement. I got nothing against it. It's not the number one priority for us. I mean, we're focused on restoring law and order, and there's a huge amount of work that I'm doing in that space. So that's my priority. But look, got no problem with it.
Fair enough. Does it actually change anything?
No, it just I suppose makes a statement about the reality that English is our fundamental language.
Yeah, spoken by most people. Willie, do you have anything against it? Because it's not like it's taking Te Reo out. It's just putting them all up there, I suppose.
You know, I know, Goldie knows it's a stupid bloody bill. All right, we all know it's a stupid bill. It's all about Winston and Shane's nonsense about there's too much Te Reo Māori, and we don't have to make this official because English is everywhere, Ryan. English is everywhere. So it's not the reason why you've made Māori official language. And sign in official languages, because they're languages that have been, particularly Māori, has been under attack for years and years and years, and so it needed some support from the Crown and government. Both Labour and National have given Te Reo Māori a lot of support, but this is the Winston nonsense. He's off trying to get votes. The English language is missing out, and we have to replace the Koru Lounge with an English name. We have to replace...
Who would have thought a politician trying to get votes? Willie would never do that.
Load of nonsense.
All right.
Another attack on Te Reo Māori.
Hey, housing. So, Paul, in the leafy suburbs of Auckland, there was kickback, and so National's taken action. Is this just you guys listening? And do you know, or do you suspect which suburbs will benefit from this?
Well, look, yes, it is national listening. We obviously, everybody wants to have housing more affordable, and so increasing the supply of housing is important. And we've invested so much on the city rail loop and public transport, so it makes sense to have more intensification around that. But we were concerned that out in the suburbs where people are in 1 or 2 storied houses, suddenly having high rises popping up beside them can be very destabilising. So we wanted to pull back on that, and all the advice we've had is if we lower the overall total of houses required, that will take pressure off the suburbs, which makes sense.
Is that code, Willie, for them being whipped by leafy suburban housewives?
You and I both know that's the case. This is about David Seymour and Goldie's mates. This is what this is about. They've got to Goldie, and Goldie said, "Oh, can you do it, David?" And next minute they got to the bush. There was about 2 million houses, 2 million. We were going to have 2 million up there. All of a sudden they've buckled to their landlords, to all their mates around the leafy suburbs. Everyone knows what this is about. This is about National again, not fulfilling its promises, buckling to their voters, and their voters. These are Goldie's voters. These are his supporters.
Buckling to their voters. I mean, that's an interesting proposition.
Because you could argue, Willie, you could argue that they're just listening to them and then doing, and listening and responding, which is.
Willie Jackson would never buckle to his voters and actually listen to what people want. He just, he knows what they need and he'll give it to them regardless.
Yes, Willie's way or the highway. Hey, Goldie, just on this before we go, do you agree with David Seymour? Do you echo his call for Wayne Brown to show us the map? Show us the map so that we know where exactly these houses are going, and until then, he's not supporting it. Do you agree with him?
Oh, well, look, we're all part of the Cabinet, and what we're wanting to see is a clear indication of what's going to change.
So the maps, show us the maps?
Well, don't necessarily have to see the detailed maps. We just need to get a sense of what's actually going to change, and that's...
Well, how do you see that without a map?
Well, you can get a very clear indication, and all the indications that we've had so far is if you reduce the pressure on the total number, then it'll take pressure off the residential suburbs where people can quite rightly just try and have a little bit of stability.
All right. Willie, the dog attacks in Northland, man, they're terrible. Actually, I was reading this morning, so Andrew's been arrested over there. The last time you had a royal who faced any kind of police action was Princess Anne over one of her dogs that bit toddlers. I mean, it sounds like Princess Anne has faced more stringent pushback from police over dog attacks than anyone in New Zealand ever has. Are you guys going to work with National or do something to fix it?
Yeah, of course we'll work with we'd work with National over that. When you've got people's lives affected, I mean, it's just it's shocking up there, and I think we're all stunned by that. Stunned about what's happening with Andrew over in England. I mean, geez, the poor old king. And as far as Wayne Brown is concerned, go Brownie. I mean, he's got to stand up because he's under attack from Goldie.
What's Wayne Brown got to do with it?
And well, I had to get in because I never got that question. And Brownie's on the right track here. And David Seymour and Paul Goldsmith are weak, and they're just buckling to the...
Yeah, but Willie, you would want to know...
Running rings around this government.
You would want to know, you're supporting Wayne Brown, but you would want to know what Wayne had planned. Which areas, which suburbs.
No, Brownie's doing well.
That's meaningless.
And Seymour and Goldsmith are...
What did you say about Andrew? I didn't quite catch that. What did you say about Andrew?
Oh, no, I just said, like you, you woke up to it and you just think, oh my goodness, and... I don't comment on that too much. I just saw the King's comments, and we'll see what happens. But
yeah.
I think the world's shocked.
All right.
I'm even more shocked about what's happening with David Seymour and Paul Goldsmith. Right?
Just finally, $9 to cross the harbour. That was a big story this week. I mean, and as we said from the outset, you didn't hear it anywhere else, but it was not a recommendation of this.
It was quite an amazing story. Somebody looked back in history and said, if you take the fee that was charged in the 50s and added to inflation, it would come to $9. And boom, we've got a story about it. I mean, we haven't even decided whether we're going to have a tunnel or a bridge, so there's a very long way to go. But we're certainly focused on improving the infrastructure in Auckland, and it has to happen.
But the thing is, $9 wouldn't actually even be enough. It would probably have to be much more than $9 to make the numbers work. So, I mean, you're just getting people ready, really, aren't you, for what's inevitable, because it's not going to fund itself.
Well, look, I mean, people want to be able to move around, but look, there's a long way to go, and that story was a bit of a beat-up.
All right. Appreciate your time this morning, guys. Thanks for coming on.
$20 a day, $20 a day. That's what it's going to cost. $20
Do you, what, for two ways or one way?
Two ways. That's what they're going to charge us.
Yeah, well...
Good to see the maths is still working there, Willie.
Good
to see you've still got your maths working.
Give me an 18. All right, Willie, we'll leave you there.
$20 a day.
Go and get a calculator. Go and get a calculator. Willie Jackson in Wellington and Paul Goldsmith in Auckland for us this morning. Thanks, guys.